caught me as I was dancing to it. Oops.
That's all right. You're allowed.
How's everyone doing today?
Oh man. Hey, that's a good way to intro, right? I mean, come on now.
It's catchy, you know.
It is. It is. Hi, everybody. Oh man.
You know, it's time for another HODL the Line episode. But you know, before we get into all of that, how was everyone's weekends?
Oh man, weekends are super busy for me, man. Just super busy. It doesn't matter. So don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but super busy for sure. How about you guys?
Well, I did some cleaning and some lazy stuff, so it was pretty nice. I also went to a murder mystery dinner thing. So
I love those.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Those.
It was loud, so that was a little like but like it was fun. So definitely was not expecting the ending. We got the person right, but not the rest of it. So
Well, hey, take what you can get.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like a real life Clue kind of game.
Oh yeah. So the like the who, the with the what, and why. So it was fun. What did you do this weekend, Badel?
My middle child turned 7, so we had a little birthday get together on Saturday, and she played with her gifts on Sunday, and we got her like this little robot that like you put a card into and it draws the card, or it draws the image on the card.
Oh, okay.
I've seen those. Did it actually work? Because I've heard like mixed results on them.
I would say it works 90% of the time. It's just when they put the card in, they don't put it in all the way, or they put it in crooked, and it's like, oh, welcome. I'm going to draw you a strawberry right now. And then it makes all this music. And instead of drawing a strawberry, it drew like a 4-propeller drone with like a camera on the bottom.
Huh.
What the well,
I mean, it came with like 150 plus cards that it can draw. And I'm not going to go through all those to see if it can draw a drone, but it's like, oh, I'm going to draw a strawberry. And then it starts drawing like a drone. And I'm like, okay. And then I take it out and put it in. And it's like, I'm going to draw you a strawberry. And then it actually draws a strawberry. And I'm like, but I mean, my middle child that just turned 7, she loves to draw. She loves to color. So I thought it was something good for her that she can like watch this little thing, like draw a strawberry or a teapot, you know, or a cactus, and then like she could maybe like trace it, you know, and maybe learn. I don't know. It's
well, we looked at getting one of those for one of my girl's friends' kids for like her 4th birthday. So it's nice to know, because we were a little bit iffy about it. We were like, let's just get her something else. So might have to do that going forward. Thanks for that.
It's fun. I mean, it was
like $55, maybe 60, which wasn't too bad, especially if like the kid likes to draw and likes to color.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like her younger sister, who's 5, turned 6 in January. I mean, she was playing with it just as much. So
I mean, drawing
it has a mute button. I mean, it would be nice if it had like a volume button, like you know, like low, medium, and high. It's either full blown weird music and sounds or just nothing.
No.
But
wow.
There you go.
Well,
they both enjoyed it, so it was okay.
Well, that's nice. So we got a few people in the chat.
I was gonna say we should probably say hi to the chat. You gonna do that, BC, or you want me to do it?
Yeah. Before we get to all of that, though,
okay.
On last week's video,
I forgot.
If you commented 2FA on last week's video here on CCM's channel, you are entered for a chance to win that YubiKey 5C NFC. So I will get that link here in just a second. I will drop it in the chat, and you will have that chance to do that before we do the drawing at the end of the show. So for all of you on last week's video, I'll share that link in a second, and we will get that drawn at the end. But
it's a good thing you remember because I completely spaced that out again.
While I get that link for everyone, do you want to pull up everyone's names?
Yeah, I'll go say hey to everybody in the chat while you're doing that. All right, let me zip all the way back. Oh my God, you guys are active in the chat tonight. Let me tell you, appreciate that very much. And here we go, Melissa in the house. Love Melissa. Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. I like it. Dylan, as always, he was here earlier for me today, and here he is again tonight. Appreciate you very much, Dylan. Thank you. LBC is in the house. Get those waves in the chat, baby. Get those waves in the chat. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, T.I. Joe. And if you know, Bingo Bango's in the chat, baby. Bingo Bango's. Tech Man, love it. Appreciate you being back here, man. Yes, what Melissa said. Smash that like button. Doesn't matter where you're watching it. Smash, Hulk smash. Where are my grandkids when I need them? Anyway. Oh man. What? Wait. Oh. Me? Am I sounding like an old man? I am an old man. But anyway, I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
It's old man interwebs, you know?
That's right. Exactly, man. Exactly. Good Lord. Let's see. I'm just zipping through to see if there's anybody I'm missing in here. Let's see. I think I got. Oh, Jay Violet. Jay Violet's in the house. Jay Violet emojis. If you are a channel member in the chat, appreciate that on my channel. Jay Violet, love having you here. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, Diggity. I almost missed you there, bud. I don't know why, because you're always here. So welcome, K Diggity. And I don't think oh, wait, Sonny's here. Sonny, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you very much. I'm gonna say I think I'm done. I think I got everybody. Yep. All right.
Should be.
I think so. BC, did you get that? Oh, yep, there it is. There it is, right there. So go ahead, get that link 2FA into the comments, and we'll be pulling that. What BC? When are we gonna pull that winner?
We will do that at the end of the show before we do our wind up. So you got about 47 minutes to
I was gonna
enter.
say, let's go with 45. Give him give it a little bit. Oh, BC, she was talking about you, dude.
Oh, sometimes. I might be young, but I don't act it.
No. I found you eventually there, Sonny. Appreciate you, Sonny. Been working on helping me out with some of these educational series videos. Appreciate him very much. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Just making some coffee. You know what? I don't know. Generally coffee at any point of the day, but I don't know. I need to sleep tonight, man. I can barely keep my eyes open right now.
Well, for her, it's bright and early in the morning.
That's right. I forgot about that. That's right. Sorry, Jay Violet. Sorry about that. Oh, Wick's wife in the house. She just piled on in here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, 7 a.m. Yeah, thank you for correcting me. You guys have got me. Sorry, guys. All right, BC, you got that in there. Why don't you start us off? We're going to be talking some treasury companies tonight. What do you say? Take it away, brother. Well,
if y'all saw the title of the video, then you already know we're going to be talking a little bit about Peter Schiff and some bear market predictions for these treasury companies, for lack of a better term. Some of them actually have a company that provides a good or a service or something like that. But then a lot of these companies are just, piling all in. You've got like Michael Saylor, whose company makes actually very little money, and he's just leveraging Bitcoin now.
Yep.
And a lot of these companies that are following along that lines and don't really have massive profits are going to be hit a little bit harder. So let's dive on into that article real quick. The first one was on Peter Schiff, and I know you had a few other articles, and we will touch on a few of these other treasury companies. But Peter Schiff predicts a brutal bear market for Bitcoin treasury companies, labels Michael Saylor's business strategy harebrained. And that's kind of along the same sentiment that we've talked about.
I was going to say we've kind of said along the same thing there, but anyway.
Oh, I mean, I did a whole Good Morning Crypto show on Michael Saylor specifically. So, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of his strategy, but we'll get into this a little bit deeper here. The economist Peter Schiff warned Thursday of a severe bear market for Michael Saylor-led Strategy Inc. and companies mimicking its Bitcoin Treasury play. Schiff questioned Saylor's strategy. In an ex post, Schiff questioned the viability of companies with large Bitcoin reserves. While so many companies have been busy copying Saylor's harebrained business strategies, few have noticed that MSTR is down 45% from its November 2024 high, Schiff said. Trending is there he predicted a brutal bear market for Bitcoin treasury companies, doubting that any, including Saylor, would survive. So Schiff's argument comes amid a sharp pullback in Bitcoin's price, which has dragged down shares of Strategy and other Bitcoin hoarding companies such as Riot Platforms and Mara Holdings Inc., which is literally a company that does nothing but like hold Bitcoin, and then they sell like Bitcoin options, and they haven't been doing too fire. Everyone was hyped up on it in the beginning, and you're seeing a much harsher pullback in them than you have in Bitcoin, and that's a big reason that I wasn't a fan. You got those nice big gains towards the upside, but as we're seeing a little bit of some pullback, like it said, Bitcoin's not down 45% from its all-time high, but Strategy 45% down from its all-time highs, while Bitcoin's down 12%. You've got Mara down 93%, and Riot Platforms down 99.5%. It doesn't get a whole lot more down than that,
Yeah, I know, right? Facts. I mean, don't get me wrong. You and I have talked about it, I think, on this particular stream on HODL the Line. It's like, man, I'm not happy with the whole Saylor strategy, the way he's leveraging things with regard to how he's what he's doing to gain access to Bitcoin at this point. But when you're down those kind of numbers,
yeah.
I mean,
well, it's like the biggest part of it is like you're putting Bitcoin on your balance sheet, which is now part of your company's evaluation. And then you leverage that Bitcoin to get more Bitcoin at highs, which then increases your risk. And then when Bitcoin drops 12%, you're down astronomically more, which is lowering the evaluation of your business and therefore not allowing you to acquire as much Bitcoin if that's the game you're playing, which is why you've seen Saylor get the lowest fundraising that he's ever gotten, trying to buy Bitcoin at like all-time highs. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Like,
it seems like it's always a high, man. Every single time he bought. Hell, he bought again today, and what? Bitcoin's on the bounce, man. It's
well, it's like that's one of the few instances where he's like, okay, well, we bought at more of a low point, but it's like it's still like you're still raising your entry point from your solid what used to be like 67 average, and he slowly raised it up and raised it up, and it's not working. It's like LBC said right here.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you're. Go ahead. Bring yours up.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's like it's not a good move. Why would you raise your entry? Like, we all are smarter than that, and like we don't even have Michael Saylor's. Like, we don't have Michael Saylor's team. You're paying like some of the more wealthy minds in investing, and that's what y'all came up with. And this is why, like, he brings up a good point. Is like all these people that are copying him and buying the highs. It's like, okay, cool. Like, that's going to make the price go up a little bit if you're not buying it OTC. But at a certain point, like, the bear market's headed our way. Like, the rest of us are going to, like, take profits on you, and you're going to be riding it all the way back down. And that's what Saylor said he was going to do.
Yeah, he has no, according to him, no intention on selling, but
Yeah, but I mean, could could it be like a tax harvesting event for him?
You have to sell.
He buys all-time highs, and then he buys on the way down, then he buys on the way back up. Because, I mean, wouldn't that bring that evaluation of the company higher or lower as for like tax purposes?
But to tax loss harvest, you have to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's not selling, that's not a write-off. That's a big, fat, juicy loss on your balance sheet. But it's not a loss because you did something. It's just a loss because your company's evaluation is lower because the assets that you hold on your balance sheet aren't worth jack shit. Like, it'd be like, okay, well, we have hundreds and hundreds of computers that are used for Bitcoin mining. But the bear market comes along and we get our, we go through that. We didn't buy new machines, and then we have our halving, and now our machines are worth less. Well, our company's evaluation is also worth less. And this is what you see across the board with a whole bunch of companies. If you're buying like a tech-based thing and time goes along and your evaluation goes down because your assets aren't worth enough, those companies take L's, and it's not like something you can write off on taxes because you didn't sell anything. You didn't do anything. Your evaluation of your company is just worth less because, you know, the assets that you hold, whether they be Bitcoin or whatever else the company holds, is just worth less. And you can't write it off on the taxes until you sell anything.
Facts.
I do have something to say. I mean, I'm not going to say it's 100% true, but I mean, what if he's funneling that money through like corporations or third-party businesses and then writing all that off as a loss, as for like tax purposes or whatever for his main company?
What do you mean?
Right. I'm confused by what you're saying.
Like it'd be like using like a shell corporation per se, right?
Well, for what?
Like you buy this Bitcoin from your corporation, then you send it to the shell corporation, then they sell it at a loss.
He can't.
Then they go bankrupt, and then you still end up with most of that money.
But like the Bitcoin's on his balance sheet. We get to see his balance sheet.
Right.
It's like out there for all of us to see. It's still there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It wouldn't surprise me with the shady stuff, but that's well, not necessarily with him. But
I mean, and then you're talking about instead of just taking an L, now you're taking an L, and you're going to be in court for you know, tax stuff because you're very like you're open about all of this, and your balance sheet is on your website, and then the government's going to be like, "Hey, bro, what's up with this? Like, what is this BS?"
No, come on. And in the chat, tell us, what do you think? Do you think the Michael Saylor strategy is going to pan out? Now, regardless what Schiff had to say, I mean, yeah, is the bear market going to be brutal? I'd like to hear your opinions on that as well, quite frankly. And I think it's going to be an interesting bear market. And I don't think it's that far away. That's just my humble opinion. One old man's opinion here on the interwebs right here. So Steve, welcome. Appreciate you being here. I see you in there. I see you. And I don't know, BC, what do you think? You think it's going to bring him to his knees or what?
Oh, I think it's going to be a whole lot harsher than that. Because you have with Michael Saylor specifically, you've got bonds maturing in the end of 2026, beginning of 2027, and you're talking about that's the bear market.
Yes, indeed.
So like if your bonds are maturing and people are trying to get some cash back for it, you know, I loaned you this money, I would like my money back, but you don't have a whole lot. Like, look at Michael Saylor's balance sheet. He doesn't have a whole lot of liquid capital to be paying investors back with. So what are you going to do? I mean, you might be able to raise some money to try to pay these people back, but like that's a big shell game to play.
Yep, absolutely. And K Diggity right here, yeah, pull it, brother. Take your money and run, baby. I get 4-star for user experience. I love you guys. I love this chat, man. But I mean, seriously though, I mean, if you've made some money,
Oh yeah.
take it and
And,
run. Take it and
and
run.
it all just depends on when you got in. Because I know there was people when we're like at that first like $70,000 price point on Bitcoin. They're like, oh, MSTR. Should I roll over my Bitcoin in an MSTR? I'm like, maybe. But like when you're watching how this is all going to unfold, what is your time period on it? It's done okay, but like when it loses, when Bitcoin's down 12% and then MSTR is down 45%, that's probably not the asset I'm going to want to hold.
Yep.
Especially when it's like I've been through all that with Bitcoin. Why wouldn't I just buy Bitcoin?
It's so funny you just said that. I was just gonna say, so BC, what's your thought about sell your Bitcoin to buy this stuff? Because never, it would be my answer. Never. I mean, buy it in conjunction with Bitcoin. Maybe, probably not, to be completely honest. But so I mean, feel free jump in on that. But you kind of already got kicked out the punchline right there.
Hey Diggity said he did it for an IRA, and in that situation it makes sense, but you got to get out of the way of the train in time. And it's like, but like very, very recently now, I say recent, but like it was last year, you can just put Bitcoin in that. You can put Bitcoin in your IRA. You can put Bitcoin in your 401ks. Like, for me, it's like, okay, well, why would I go through the brutal ups and downs and invest in because I don't think, for me, I don't think short term. My short term is I take it, but like a leverage trade. And like, even then, most of the time, it's like a week or so long move. So even my trading isn't like, okay, well, I'm in today and I'm out today. And my investments, I'm like, okay, well, what's going to make me the most in the next 10 years?
Yep.
And I don't pay attention to them. I'm not trying to watch my IRA account and have to cash out and all of that, but like to each their own.
Yep. And right here. Okay. So there you go. He was definitely in very early. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So like you've made your decent money, and it might not be like you can try to ride that out to the next all-time highs on Bitcoin, or you can just be like, okay, that was nice, and I'm gonna take my money and find out where we reposition ourselves. And I know you have a few other companies that you had pulled on up that are doing very similar things, but they're not doing it with an asset that holds up as well as Bitcoin, which is really what's got me worried. Is you're seeing all of these people jump on these bandwagons. It's like, okay, jump on it with Bitcoin. Maybe don't buy the tops, but like even if you do buy the tops and you continue to buy all the way down and you can make it through the bear market, then you're fine. But like doing it with something like ADA or something like that, which like ADA dropped 97% in the bear market. Is your company going to be able to handle that on your balance sheet?
Well, it's funny you say that. I now I didn't bring up articles, but what I did bring was some of the previous, like over the last 6 weeks, companies. I've got a couple of Bitcoin companies listed here, and I'll show you those. But then various altcoins, and I went from what are the bigger caps like Ethereum all the way down to stuff like Tron. So let me share that screen, and I'll zip right through them right here. So Robin Energy. Yeah, take your money and run. I saw you post that. Absolutely, Jay Violet. You got it right there. But right here. So Robin Energy now saying, okay, time to get into the BTC strategy in the Treasury strategy. Another one right here. Tilray. Another one. Again, these are all within the last like 6 weeks. Then now, as we get into some of the altcoins, so again, we were just talking about how dangerous, I'm using my air quotes there, with regard to the potential bear market with regard to Bitcoin. But now you got Ethereum. And let's be honest, I mean, people are I would say, of all the other coins I'm about to show, probably the most bullish on Ethereum. I mean, number 2 in market cap, right? And then here we go. Let's start going down the list. Litecoin. Now, me personally, I love Litecoin, and maybe as a treasury asset, but maybe not a sole treasury asset, obviously. Then here we go. You got Pantera Capital talking about a sole strategy. I am no fan of Solana. Sorry. If Automatic Beats, you're lurking out there. Sorry, brother. It just is what it is. And last but not least, you got Tron leveraging $1 billion in securities to buy their own Tron token to have a Tron-focused treasury. I don't know that I'd be using Tron even if I was Tron. I'm just saying.
And like, if anything, that's more Enron-esque than any of these other ones I've ever heard of. Where it's like, hey, we made this asset, so we're going to leverage this asset and hold this asset. And the kind of mess that can create is absolutely disgusting. And especially when you think about it a little further, where it's like, they're also until recently, like literally until this weekend, they were the largest mover of USDT. Ethereum just beat them back out. So Ethereum is now the largest treasury of USDT again. But like what kind of things are you going to do to make sure that you're not screwed? Well, we can't let our company fail. Nobody would want to see that. Like,
no, facts. And I'm not saying don't hold some of your own token, but I wouldn't make that the primary treasury asset. I'm sorry. Sorry. That just doesn't make sense. Doesn't compute. When you say Enron, that's exactly like Bing, there you go. And I mean, again, think about this, guys, from sitting here or listening to Schiff, whether you believe him or not, he's a gold bug in the first place, but the potential for a crappy bear market is high in my humble opinion. And if it's gonna beat back Bitcoin, the largest asset, what the holy heck do you think it's going to do to something like, again, we'll give Ethereum a pass here at this point, okay, because it's number 2, but Solana, Litecoin, Tron. I mean, come on now. Well,
how many of these have we already, like, I've been through a few cycles now. How many of these big names have you watched completely fall off because someone else comes out with a new like a new technology to fill that same niche? It was like Sol. Okay, you came along to beat out Ethereum. You've done well, but you got things like hash graphs that move 1,000 times faster than Solana does. And if someone can figure out how to really, really capitalize on that, then like Solana might not be around. And
but I mean, didn't Ethereum also come out to kind of be a main competitor to Bitcoin? And yet they're still number 2.
No, that wasn't Ethereum's.
Ethereum was never supposed to compete with, like, be the competitor to Bitcoin or replace Bitcoin. Ethereum came around because Bitcoin had some things that it lacked, and it was supposed to fill a whole niche in the market, which was things like smart contracts and being able to use cryptocurrency in a way that you see in your traditional markets. And that was the niche that Ethereum was trying to fill. Well, a lot of these other crypto projects are just trying to fill the same thing. Like, oh, well, here we go. We're going to be the next Bitcoin. And it's like, I do agree with what Michael Saylor says. And it's like, oh, well, what's number 1? Well, obviously it's Bitcoin. Well, what's number 2? It's like, no one knows yet. Like, Ethereum's like holding that number 2 spot.
Yeah, but Ethereum is on its second try. I mean, Ethereum Classic was the first attempt, and they failed. And now
they didn't fail.
I mean, I'm not okay. They failed,
right.
But technically they didn't fail. They just changed their algorithm and changed their mindset, changed the blockchain. to create another coin called Ethereum, and then to give it another go around. And it's like, okay, so this is your second attempt and you're still only number 2 on the leaderboard. Like, come on.
And I feel sorry for you, Jay Violet. I know you want where is it? I'm trying to find it right here. Sold to $1,000. Yeah. Not gonna happen. Yeah, I figured you had soul. And where's JR's comment? Got mad soul. And welcome, JR, by the way. But I'm sorry, guys. I think you guys be bumming right now, in my humble opinion.
I mean,
Again,
I wish I
this
still
old
had
man's
my
opinion.
soul, but I sold my soul for $100 a coin profit, if not a little bit more. So, you know, I'm sorry. I took the money and I ran.
And you run with it, man. Yeah, I get that. It's one thing to trade it for whatever, but as a project, I'm just dreading the day it even becomes an ETF. Crypto Squid in the house. Appreciate you being here. I'm just zipping through the comments because it looks like you guys is on fire. Shuby Buckets in the chat. If you're on my channel, welcome. Let's see. What am I missing here? Oh, here we go. Gotta get BC going on a rant, right? Is that what you're looking for?
I said something in the comments about it.
Oh, you did? I missed it. Oh, sorry.
Tesla has some great technology. You know, it runs. I mean, I'm sorry, it just is what it is. It's like it is one of the faster ways to operate a blockchain. The technology is amazing, but the way that you rolled that out absolutely killed your own project because you wanted to go with, oh, we're trying to get our tokens out there as quick as possible, but you're doing it with a mining operation. You might as well just have pulled the XRP route and just had all of your tokens out there and available. And then you just this is the set amount that's going to be released to the public. You know, that would have been a much smarter move instead of absolutely pricing out your miners. And if your miners aren't there to keep your blockchain secure and create new tokens, then what's the point? You know, they bailed a long time ago, but nobody talks about that. I mean, you got people that still talk about Caspa like it's the absolute most amazing thing that's ever happened in the whole crypto space. The tech's great. Don't get me wrong, but like you murdered your blockchain by setting your halvings at every 6 months.
I'm with you.
Well, and then with all the miners that were coming along, all the ASICs, the block rewards went from like 6 months to 3 months to 2 months to like every week. And it was like the block rewards got cut in half so quickly that by the time the next miner came out, you weren't even profitable if you pre-ordered that miner.
Yep.
Because by the time you get it, okay, yeah, it's going to make $28 a day, but by the time you get it, it's going to make 28 cents a day. But it's going to cost you $1.50 in electric. And it's like, okay, well, what's the point of even plugging it in? Oh, well, exactly. I spent $5,000 on this 8 months ago, so I'm going to plug it in. Well, sorry, not sorry.
And it's like wrong one. Here we go. Guys, you wanna throw in your 2 cents? I know we're talking treasury companies, but we can deviate a little bit. I like talking with the chat.
Well, and so you know, it like ever again or just this cycle. So I would like to get some clarification on that one. But I did bring it up a while back where like there was a few signs that, you know, totally possible that Bitcoin's high this cycle could have been 124, and we will just have to watch. But
I love LBC.
I'm sure LBC definitely has some thoughts on.
Yeah, he started answering it. Yeah. And there you go. Exactly.
I don't know. I'd say it's just as possible that Bitcoin makes an all-time high, as in that 124K that we saw was our high. And that's why I brought it up. I brought it up when we hit 124K because of a lot of the signs that we were seeing on the charts. And I mean, I took some profits, but there's definitely more profits to take, and we'll have to watch to see as we we're trying to hold some key levels. We'll really have to see if we can make it back above those levels to determine if we do get another all-time high this cycle, or if we just kind of meander our way down. LBC saying 164. I mean, it's higher than I was predicting for this run. I haven't really talked much about what I thought all-time highs would be, because I don't like to play that game. But I was thinking like 132-ish, It's like that's where I'm gonna be significantly out of my Bitcoin position. I don't care if it goes a whole lot higher. I would have made a whole bunch of money on my Bitcoin, and I'm not gonna complain, Like, even if it does go higher. See, and there's trade intuition, 127 or 133.
Yeah,
so
I just saw that. Yep.
Yeah, that's quite in line with what I was thinking. And I know it's not
like by like the end of the year.
The next
or
couple
the
of
end
months
of the cycle. Yeah, exactly. What would be by the end of the year, maybe early first quarter. My opinion. Again, not trying to put words in your mouth there, BC.
Oh, well, so, and I like that LBC brings it up, is 131K is my next level.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to bring it up for you, but you already brought it up.
That's kind of the area I was looking at for the potential end of our bull run, and then maybe looking at a bear market. I know it's not what everyone wants to hear, but that's another 40%. That's another almost 40% leg up if we end up sweeping some of those lows. So that's a normal move towards the upside there.
Yep.
And you're talking about trying to get to 168. That's like a 70% move towards the upside, which, I mean, Bitcoin's done before, but we're also extremely muted. From bear market bottoms to 130, 32, that's just under 1,000% gains.
We could do a poll in the chat and see if we're going to hit all-time highs on Bitcoin by the end of the year.
Well, I think he's got people answering through that here at this point. Oh, yeah. What do you think, Badel? I mean, what's your two satoshis, as they say?
I would hope that we do hit a new all-time high, but I'm going to give it to September or November 9th, November 10th. And then wherever we're at from there, it's just downhill for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to see an all-time high in that point, but I mean, you're talking another 15, 20 grand, 10, 15%. So, I mean, I'm thinking we'll see 6 to maybe 8% in the next 6 weeks, maybe. And then from there, it's just going to go downhill for the rest of the year. Thinking about the holidays, red September, up October.
Yeah, October.
Yeah. And then after October, everybody starts to sell off for Christmas and the holidays. They're going to take their profits. They're going to be selling. I'm not saying they're selling the whole bag, but October means people are taking profits, which means people are selling a little bit.
Yep. And I'm with you, LBC. I mean, I every once in a while for good fun, you know what I'm saying? I think Jar and I did it on the halving stream that we were doing, just for the the shits and the giggles, as they say. Yeah, I think we got a little bit more bounced up. I don't think that we're going. Well, could we hit an all-time high? Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's going to be anything in that 160 range anymore. Don't get me wrong. I did at one point. Now, not so much. And quite frankly, I'm good. Let it come down. Let it come down. It helps my DCA. That's the way I look at it. So
see, and that's quite in lines with what I was thinking with LBC's comment here, where it's I'm thinking October will be the final rally for Bitcoin, but who knows?
Yep.
I mean, it is true, but it's to repeat the same things that we've always done, but like if we only go up to that 130, like 132, the normal pullback that we see is to the platinum pocket on a retracement, and that puts you below most of these Bitcoin treasury companies' buy-ins.
Yeah.
If you can't make it through the bear market, then you're screwed. We're talking about 18 months where you're below your entry points. If you can't raise new money and things like that, you're not lowering your entry point. So you got to make it through 18 months of your company being being evaluated extremely lower than it is, and not being able to raise the capital that you would like to lower that entry price point. And then you're just hoping that you're going to get back to that without having any issues where it's like, okay, well, we need to pay people back. Well, what money do we pay them back with? Because we don't have any, because we spent it all on Bitcoin.
Whoops. And well, not whoops. I don't know. If this bear market ends up being anything like a typical bear market with, I mean, I'm talking like with price pullback, I think we're going to see a lot of these new treasury companies, again using my air quotes in there, they were going to go the way of the dinosaur. The asteroid's coming in and it's about to wipe them out. I can't see these alt treasury companies doing any better. Again, if they're basing their treasuries strictly around the crypto. If they have other income, they have other whatever, well, then maybe they can eat that, 2 years. Who knows? But other than that, if it's just like a MSTR kind of situation, a Pantera Capital, exactly. If here it goes, baby, off with the head. I think that's
people talk about, well, it's like, yeah, Sailor, you have a company, but like if you've looked at how much Sailor's company actually makes off of not Bitcoin, it doesn't make much. Doesn't make much at all. And that kind of leads you to some concerns where it's like you were never using your own money to buy Bitcoin. You were always borrowing money to buy Bitcoin. And that's all he's ever done. He's never used his own money, and eventually you got to pay people back. And so he paid off his first loan. Cool. But like you also did that by borrowing more money. And I don't know if anybody else knows what that's called, but like that's called a Ponzi scheme. You just added an extra step in the middle which you buy Bitcoin with.
That's what I was going to say is he was paying off that first loan with leverage of that loan to get a second loan to pay off his first loan. But now he's got another loan that's probably more high interest and more high yielding and for more amount of money.
He only ever took out one private loan. The one private loan he paid off. All the rest of these loans are investors like me or you or whatever. You buy bonds from them. It's set at a specific interest rate, and in 4 years you got to pay those people back. And his shell game, his whole
I love you, JR. Yeah,
is to then put out new bonds where it's like, oh, well, our company's evaluation is higher because the price of the Bitcoin on our asset sheet raises the evaluation of our company, and then you're now diluting you're diluting your company, you're making new shares of it, you're selling those shares, and then your price goes down. So you can't keep up the shtick. It's not never, it will have an end.
I love these guys. I do. I love the chat.
Example.
You guys are awesome.
You used us as an example of buying those bonds. I will just say I've never bought any of those bonds.
It was just like it's just going to be people like us, I mean, there's going to be like a Wall Street people, of course, but it's people that have been interested in crypto.
Yeah. Yep. Well, BC, we're about 45 minutes in here. I hope everybody appreciates the conversation and our insights with regard to these treasury companies and our take on Mr. Schiff. Now it should be said that gold is like, whew, how's BC say it? I love me some gold. Well, there you go.
I love gold.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it's like he might be a dinosaur in some of his speaking. I bet you two would get along great. But
ouch. Ouch.
You love gold just as much as
hey, okay, I'm going. See you later.
I actually had the chance to talk to him at the Bitcoin conference, so I got to hear him speak and all that. And it's like, I get where you're coming from, but like at the same time, you can now take a look and show the Bitcoin chart and be like, did your altcoin do this? No, it didn't. So, I mean, he's winning against a lot of your crypto market, and he has a right to.
You're comparing gold to altcoins. What about gold to Bitcoin?
It's still
I mean,
in the last year,
Bitcoin. Well, so for a while there, gold was beating out Bitcoin in its year over year. So like they've been battling it out, and it's like that's the thing though, is he talked and he talked and he talked. Well, they kept up with each other year over year for the past, like, I don't know, like year or so. Bitcoin got its massive move towards the upside, and then since then it's been like more of a slower grind up. And you see a little bit of the momentum running out. Gold's just getting started. Like people are like, oh, do I take profits now? I'm like, I wouldn't say yes, but like if you want to take some money off the table, go ahead. But it's like people were asking, it was like, well, when do we short gold? It's not anytime soon, man.
Facts. Yeah, gold is just like I keep saying it every time Joe and I talk about gold on our morning streams. I'm like the canary in the coal mine, folks. Canary in the coal mine. It's telling you there's a problem, and it's gonna only get worse. Anyway, BC, we're getting close. Do you want to start queuing everything up to do that giveaway or what? And Steve, by the way, thank you, man. Appreciate the kind words.
It's all pulled up in the background, so I've got it. Yeah.
Why do I even wonder? Because like BC's got their shit under control, man.
I just need the link so I can edit my comment to remove 2FA. Because I've won enough in the last week that obviously I can't win. So because I did win last week, but
yeah, we took care of that. We took care of that. Gave you a slap here, slap there.
Hey, but I won on another stream though. Like
hey, Jesse, welcome. Appreciate you being here, man. Well, BC, you got the controls. Have at it whenever you're ready, my friend. We'll go do that giveaway. 2FA on last week's video of HODL the Line on my channel, and he's gonna go pick for the giveaway of the YubiKey.
All right. Well, I can get that all shared up then. Let's add that one to the stage.
Yeah, let me get the comments out of the way so people can see. There we go.
This was last week's video here. And then we got 2FA for the comment. Let's see. 2 plus 2 equals 4. If I got my math right. Let's get these YouTube comments.
It could be 22. I'm not sure.
We got 7 unique comments. So let's see who we got as a winner.
I love it. Congratulations to everyone except Crypto Badel. I love it, Tech Man.
That's the same amount of comments as last time.
Well,
there we go. J Violet.
J Violet. Oh my goodness. J Violet, congratulations. Congrats.
And then I will download that image so I can share it out, and then on the X. So, well, J Violet, if you reach out to me on either X or in Discord, I will make sure that you get that. So,
yes,
I don't know what you got going on that you need to talk about here this week, Keith, but let the people know what you got going on.
I'm taking the rest of the week off. No, I'm kidding. I kind of wouldn't mind, to be completely honest. But let's see. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Crypto Jar and I are our theme is we're going to be talking about the FTX. People starting to get paid out with FTX. We're going to obviously highlight Trade Ogre, but the overarching theme is going to be get your shit off of exchanges. So make sure you're here for Matrix Money Podcast tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. 11 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Joe and I will be live again, midweek check-in. And let's see, Friday night, of course, Crypto on the Rock, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're inching closer to that 100th episode. I've reached out, I think, to just about everybody. And I've only had one person say they can't make it so far, which was Daniel Diaz. Unfortunately, he's traveling, doing a bunch of what he does best in lobbying people and that kind of thing. And he did say he'll try to poke his head in briefly, but he didn't think he was going to be able to make it. And then this coming Sunday, right after Billy Goat Tales, 7 p.m. Eastern time, it's going to be me and Jimmy Jim in this week's educational series talking about online security and crypto security. So make sure you're here for that. So I ain't really got much going on this week. Anybody else? Feel free. Jumping on in.
What you got going on, Badel? Anything that people need to know about for the YouTubes, or even anything not in the YouTubes?
Well, I was hoping that my gift from Opus, my solar generator company that I won the grand prize last week, it was supposed to be the Exodus 600, but it was something different, and it's not really worth showing because it's like a survival pack. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll just throw that in my pack out bag. It's not really worth showing, but I was hoping it was something better, but no. I don't know. I still need to do a video on my solar generator. I still want to get 2 more solar panels. I gotta sell crypto for that, but right now is not the time to sell crypto. So maybe in a few weeks, we'll see.
Well,
so,
maybe.
I don't know. Everything I got going on is just in my head, and it's a bunch of if ands, what ifs, things like that. So I don't know.
If ands and buts.
And now with gold reaching all-time highs and still climbing, thinking my our Crypto on the Rocks 100 episode might be a little bit more spicy. I may change on what I talked about giving away.
Oh, well, there you go. And seeing you said that, I just want to highlight, because I'm assuming that's what this comment is about right here from Techman. The 100th episode of Crypto on the Rocks is October the 24th. That's a Friday night, obviously. And that's the one I was talking about. Daniel Diaz couldn't be here. This Friday, it's the normal Crypto on the Rocks. Honestly, I'm not even sure what the theme is going to be this week, but I just wanted to highlight that because Badel just mentioned that. Yeah. What about you, BC? What you got going on?
I don't have a whole lot going on, but I will be moving Good Morning Crypto start time back to its old start time, because I don't have to drive a whole hour to get to work no more. It's a nice little 30-minute drive, so I can get back into the gym and do some working out before work again. So yeah, that'll be nice and fun. So the new start time is going to be 6:45 a.m. Eastern time. So
instead of waking up at 3, you can wake up at 4 a.m. now.
No, I'll still wake up at 3, and then I'll go to the gym. And
you just got a whole extra hour every morning, right?
Oh.
Right. But at least you'll be doing what you want to do, not because you gotta do it at that point.
Oh yeah,
so that's different. Yeah, totally different animal. I got a couple of, when you collaborating with JR, because of when this came in, I'm assuming he's talking to me. and Steve, it's kind of funny you asked that question because JR had messaged me about if I had a Discord server, and we were talking a little bit about that. So there may be something on the horizon with regard to that. Love JR, but we'll see about that. And then he said something about I need to learn about wallets. Well, man, I got an entire playlist with that shit. But if you got questions, you reach out to me. I'll help you out, brother. I'll help you out. Meet Damien just jumped on in here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, we're about to like close her all down right here. So, but anything else you got there, BC? I'm so excited for you to have that like your morning routine back, brother. I really am.
Well, so LBC was like, you're gonna run over Alex's stream, and it's like I'd be and. So when I go live at my time, it'd be 5:45. And then when I get off, it's 6:30. So Eastern time puts it an hour back. So Alex doesn't go live until 8 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, so you'll be done by then. Yeah.
Or no, he goes live at no, because he goes live every day when I get to work. So I get to work at 7. So yeah, 8 a.m.
Eastern. 8 Eastern. Yeah. Yeah.
So it should be all good. LBC.
Yeah. No overlaps. And then I put them on Yeah, I love Tangent, man. I so love Tangent, J Violet. I'm with you, man. I am so with you. And yeah, thank you, Melissa. Appreciate that. And congratulations again to J Violet. Congrats. All right, guys. I say we dance our way out the door unless you guys have anything, any last things to throw out there.
No.
Look, BC's dancing already. He's like, he's like, I'm already dancing, man.
Well, I'm happy. I get to go to the gym again. So back at it tomorrow morning.
There it is. There it is. All right. Well, you enjoy that. All right, guys. We're going to dance our way out of here. Don't forget, we're back next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. HODL the Line. Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping that chat lively. And congrats again, J Violet. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, fingers frozen, call it ice on my grip. Wallet getting heavy, yeah, it's making me trip. Charge doing backflips, but I'm steady, don't slip. Never fold, got a diamond script, no eclipse. Wolves in the market, they circle and pray. I'm a bull on parade, charging every payday. Paper hands crumble, they just fade away. I'm stacking sats, building castles where I stay. Diamond hands, I ain't letting it go. Stacking up, yeah, I'm watching it grow. Riding waves, yeah, I'm surfing the flow. Up and down, but my faith never low. Diamond hands, yeah, they gleam and they shine. Through the storm, I just hold the line. Day and night, yeah, I'm always aligned. Crypto king, yeah, the throne is mine.